So first off, I'm just going to have you introduce yourself and your creative career.
Okay. My name is Mary Melizia Evans. I am a professional violinist. I perform and I teach, and I also work in arts administration.
Very nice. And how has COVID-19 affected your life and livelihood?
In pretty much every way it could be affected, I would say. I'm one of the lucky ones because I still have some income coming in from one of my jobs in Colorado Springs. I play for an orchestra that was lucky enough to have enough money to keep paying us. But I have had all of my performances canceled. All of my teaching has been canceled. I had at least 2 trips planned this spring, one to Texas to do a tour with a duo partner, and one to Oregon to play in an early music festival. Those are totally off the table. So it's been a lot of income loss, but also just a lot of things that I was looking forward to and things that fill my time that are now just totally gone. So it's been a big adjustment to be home all the time instead of driving all over the place for gigs and not to have anything particular to practice for. It's a little hard to be directionless, I would say.
I can totally relate. It's been a weird limbo time, I feel like.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's very strange. So you've obviously been awarded a COVID-19 work project stipend. Would you mind just briefly telling me about your project and how it supports connectivity in your neighborhood?
Sure. So what I wanted to do, I was inspired by some people that I live with. So I actually live with 2 other violinists. So we've got a house full of music here. And I heard about this grant from them. And one of my roommates, Robbie Herbst, was also awarded this grant. And he has been organizing this concert series from our front lawn. So we've marked out spots on the street so that people can stay socially distanced. And it's been a wonderful way to bring live music back into people's world. And wow, this sounds like a really cool, somebody's already done it on our front lawn. So I was trying to think of a way I could do something in the same vein, but a little bit different. So I thought it would be really neat to have a place where these kinds of neighborhood projects could come together. And so I created a website called Music on the Block. And there are sort of 2 components to this website. One of them is centered around concerts similar to the ones we've been doing at our house. So I have a calendar set up where I can have basically a list of concerts sorted by area. So you can go in and click on where you live in Boulder and see if there's anybody playing music near you. And then the other component is a blog to talk about how musicians in Boulder have been affected by COVID, because I know that everyone is struggling just as much, and some people more than I am. So I think it's important to just talk about it, and even the act of talking about it provides some connectivity. Yeah.
For sure. That sounds very interesting. So finally, is there anything else you'd like to share about your project or your experience so far?
I guess it's been an interesting process with the timing of the project. My website went live a few days before everything sort of blew up in the country, and there have been a lot of horrible things happening and a lot of conversation about how to deal with those things. And so my project, I think, has gotten a little more complicated, and I'm trying to think about how to keep the core ideas of it, which are to provide community and provide a community for musicians, but also to recognize that at this moment, my voice as a white person is not necessarily the voice that needs to be heard right now. And to be totally honest, I've been sort of struggling with how to do that, especially on a platform that's totally new. So it's not like I have this platform all built up for me that I can use to support someone else. I'm simultaneously trying to build it and make it not be something that ignores everything going on in the world. So that's a tricky thing that I'm still working on. And I'm hoping that some of the people that I interview for my blog will be able to help me as I move along, learn and grow through that and learn how to communicate in a different way.
Wonderful. Yeah, it's very multi-layered right now.
Yes.